Three, two, one. Welcome back to Mosaic of Geeks. How the hell are you, man? Bro, it's been a minute.
I know. It's been good actually. Things have been really good so far.
I'm really liking this, each 2 weeks. It gives us time.
Doing well.
Yeah, man, and obviously today we got a range of topics about. I mean, there's a lot that's come out recently that I'm really keen to talk
Trailer
about.
wise, it's been fire, dude. There's so much to talk about trailer wise.
There's even in the worlds of comics, in the worlds of comic book movies, in the worlds of DC and Marvel, there's just everything's just poured out a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot is it's just it's crazy, man. I can't put it into words. I'm excited to go over these, and again, because I've heard reviews about these movies we will be discussing, and
the early screenings,
someone has said that they may have just experienced the best comic book movie ever, which is saying
with the
something,
Flash,
man.
Which
with
is
the Flash,
crazy, man.
Considering the circumstances of how that movie is coming about, that's monumental, man. Anyway,
crazy. It's got a lot, and then you say greatest comic book movie of all time with the Flash, but we might literally get the greatest comic book movie of all time with Spider-Verse, because that trailer was so goddamn good, dude.
Bro, I remember I watched it with Braden a few weeks back, and he went. When I tell you, he was normal people react to a trailer oh, that was insane. My mate Braden turned into an Arkham inmate.
Oh, bro.
It's the freaking bat. It's the freaking bat. It's so funny. It's just hype. All levels of hype in both fandoms right now, which is so rare. Usually
recently it's been very down on Marvel. Recently, it's been very negative for Marvel. Recently,
in recent events, with everything that's come out, they haven't gotten the best feedback. This is true, but I think because it's outside of the MCU as well, that kind of the MCU's kind of got their own thing going on with Secret Invasion, but for Sony and what they're carrying. It looks fucking phenomenal.
And then the first trailer for Kraven the Hunter came out at CinemaCon. It's going to be Sony Marvel's first R-rated movie.
Wait, did that drop?
Not to the public at CinemaCon though. To all the executives, they dropped the trailer.
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson playing Kraven the Hunter. I think he's a very underrated Spider-Man villain. And the movie's going to be R-rated, which is it's going to be even more hype. It's officially R-rated.
Yeah, well, I think Kraven is just a really sick villain. I'm a really big fan of Kraven's Last Hunt. That's one of my favorite storylines.
Who isn't though? It's one of the best Spider-Man books.
It's one of the best Spider-Man books you can recommend to anyone. And I just would, and again, I love Aaron Taylor Johnson. Really, I saw him in Bullet Train last year, and
I love Bullet Train.
He continues to just exceed my expectations of him as an actor. And he is A-star. He would be A-star. He would be an A-star.
I think he's definitely getting there. He's going to be there very soon. I think after this movie, he'll be there.
He's climbing, bro. He's already up there for me. It's only a matter of time. But there's there's just so much in that world to consume right now, and again, Blue Beetle came out as well.
Blue Beetle, that looks really good. That's something I didn't really care for, but after that trailer, dude, I'm really hyped now. That movie looks so fun.
No, it does, man. It's almost like a different flavor, almost.
It really is. No, that's a great way to describe it.
Yeah, but nevertheless, I'm just really excited. I think, now look, I know the Flash movie is taking big big inspiration from Flashpoint.
Yeah.
And that essentially, it's actually, I'd say it's my favorite Flashpoint.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty great.
It's a great DC book in general. Not even Flash,
honestly, yeah, absolutely, facts. It's really up there. But the premise of this movie is it's essentially the bridge, from the DCEU we knew and somewhat loved, so like your Snyder stuff.
Yeah.
And then of course it's gonna be like, essentially like it is essentially resetting the universe, and obviously that means no more Gal Gadot, if I'm saying her name right, as one
Gal Gadot, no more Ben Affleck.
And I don't want to say it in front of Toby, but that also means
I'm gonna mute it, bro. I'm gonna mute it. I
don't even want to say it, but of course that no more Mr. You know what I'm saying.
We'll just leave it like that.
Obviously, that the whole other can of beans, obviously James Gunn is being careful and cautious with how he incorporates that character into the universe. And me and Toby are both holding out, and fingers crossed that we can see the character done justice correctly on screen. Yeah. But that's only a matter of time. And like I said, we're already hearing great things from that man right now.
So just quickly, at the Guardians premiere, Guardians Galaxy 3 premiere, which will be coming out next week for us, which I'm super excited for.
Yeah, time zones are different here. We're in Australia, so.
So I'm excited for that. But he said at the premiere for Guardians of the Galaxy, someone asked him and they said, what are you going to look for in Superman? What is the what are you going to ask your actors to describe? And he literally hit every single note that a Superman fan is. He's he wants the human characteristics of Superman. And also he's an alien. You got to try and portray that. He wants this character to kind of bring the humanity that Clark has, and he goes, you feel like you want to hug this character, you want to hug him, you want to just embrace him, and you want to have that feeling of being warm when he's on screen and being home, and that feeling of when you're at home, that comfy feeling. And then after that I was like, bro, I trust this guy, dude. I 110% trust this guy with this movie, man, and it's going to be even more excited.
Now, look, I mean, obviously, I can appreciate what Zack Snyder was trying to do with the character. Yeah. It's very edgy, and he was much more. He was toned differently. He had the characteristics of Clark Kent, but it was expressed differently. But I think with James Gunn, we're gonna see a more traditional take to the character.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see some golden age Superman type beat.
A lot of theme and elements from All-Star Superman.
Yeah,
saw from what he said on Twitter and how he's acting on Twitter, a lot of the elements from. And for me, as you know, some of you may know, I don't really like All-Star Superman, but
it's not really one of your favorites.
If he takes the right things from All-Star Superman, the things that I really enjoyed, which was again the humanity, the humbleness, the warmth, and gentleness of the character. If he takes those elements from All-Star and puts them in this movie, bro, 10 out of 10, dude.
You know what they should do, though?
What?
You know what they should do? They should cast you, bro.
Bro, I'll do that shit for free, man.
Yeah, bro.
Don't even pay me, dude.
That's me when acting, though. I'd happily just put my name down. No, but it's just it'll be. First of all, we're definitely gonna be vlogging that. I need to record your reactions to that movie when it comes back, dude.
Superman Legacy.
I saw Black Adam, and I was like, imagine this, but
times 10, dude.
Times 20.
I text John every day, and I'm like, bro, you've got to be here in Adelaide for it. You have to be here for Adelaide.
He has to, bro.
Because I said we've got to experience this movie together.
No, there's no way you can't. It was it would be the fattest W I think you guys will ever take. But yeah, I think they're gonna allude to, because obviously Zod is gonna be a big part of the Flash movie.
I think he's the main.
Is he the main villain?
Because we haven't seen much of Dark Flash. I really hope secretly it's Reverse Flash.
That's what I was thinking.
I hope there's a plot twist that it's Reverse Flash. But I think the way the trailer's going, Zod is kind of the main villain.
Yeah.
But because we haven't seen, because we know that Dark Flash is in the movie. There's been the Funko Pops. There's been the Tom McFarlane figure reveal. So
the Happy Meal toys.
The Happy Meal toys, exactly. We know he's in the movie.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen anything from him yet. So at the moment, I think Zod's the main antagonist. But like I said, I just Reverse Flash.
Have you seen the Japanese trailer for the Flash? Because obviously, They released the international ones, but like
Yeah.
we all see. But the Japanese ones, I don't know what it is, but Japanese trailers are usually better.
I know. There's more stuff in the
what we
Japanese
get.
stuff, which is really weird.
Yeah, it is, but it's like it's just really, really cool. But yeah, I think everything I've heard. I mean, I don't. Obviously, elephant in the room. Obviously, Ezra's moving a bit mad, but he has been for a while, and he probably still is. That's his thing. Whatever. I'm not gonna comment on that.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I think it has the potential
It really has.
to be the best DC movie. Look, my favorite DC movie, live action.
Or DC movie, that's a tough call. I mean, you got the Batman, Dark Knight.
No, Batman Forever. You know what I'm saying?
Batman Forever, dude. apparently Clooney's in the movie.
What?
Apparently, because have you heard the rumor about the 3 Batmans? There's 3 Batmans in it.
Well, like
we know Keaton's in it, and we know
Affleck's in it. Yeah.
Yeah, but then there's a third one. And so apparently, the end credit scene because they had the early screenings at CinemaCon, for like the executives to see it, but they took out the post credit scene, so they didn't want anyone to see it. So obviously they're hiding something big, right? And so the rumor is it's either George Clooney, Batman, or it's Christian Bale, Batman.
Oh, I low-key want it to be Christian Bale.
I would lose my fucking mind if it's Christian Bale, Batman, dude.
The thing is, right, is like, Christian Bale's Batman, he's not really like the most, in comparison to like what's come before. Obviously, Christopher Nolan's Batman is not the most supernatural.
Yeah.
He's more like we were saying, I think on another episode, he's the most like, Christopher Nolan's mindset was, okay, what would Batman look like in the real world?
Yeah,
how would he adapt? Batman, It's funny because now that you mention that, Christopher Nolan said about this book I'm reading right now, The Long Halloween. The Long Halloween is more than a comic book. It's an epic tragedy. He takes really good material and he gives it his own spin and his own vision. And I think he's one of the best, even outside of DC, his films.
Yeah, he's one of the best directors working.
How he composes to screen.
Yeah.
He is phenomenal.
He's unbelievable.
What other person do you know in the film industry that willingly flips a truck? Like, didn't bother with CGI, didn't bother with all like, it's full cinematic, like a truck gone in the flames, like, and you blow a building, like, oh.
Yeah, I was thinking the other day, because I saw that while I was at work, and then I was thinking about like how hyped I would be and all that, and then I was thinking, you know what would go astronomically hard would be if he did Nightwing. Because I think, I just feel like him and Nightwing would work so well together.
Absolutely.
Because I always look back on that clip. I think it's in The Dark Knight when Batman talks about. Oh no, it's Batman Begins. He talks about being a symbol. Yeah. About as a man, he can't do anything. He's flesh and blood, but as a symbol, he can change something.
Yeah.
And I think if he keeps that theme going, and in the letter Rachel wrote to him in The Dark Knight, you know how Rachel dies, and then she wrote that letter to him before she died, and Rachel says like, if like, you know, it's okay if you lose your faith in me, but please don't lose your faith in people. That's such a goated line, and I think if he kept those 2 elements and then expanded them over like 2 hours with a Nightwing film, I think that shit would go so hard, man.
That film, if in theory, would probably like be my personality for like a decade.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Like, I just I'd be so on board with that, to be honest. I think Christopher Nolan would do phenomenal with a character like Dick Grayson, and I know that they kind of tease the idea of Robin in the last movie. I think
that's what got me thinking about it as well.
Yeah, because Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a superb actor, and I think wouldn't be a horrible choice for Nightwing. But I think they tried to allude to, because he's kind of, people said that he's got like the background of Jason Todd, the intelligence of Tim Drake, but like the hopeful like and optimism of like Dick Grayson. So he was kind of like a mishmash of like the most famous Robin. Sorry, Damien. Sorry, Stephanie. But I feel that it was like a really fun thing to tease. But in hindsight, if he really wanted to take that seriously, I think a Nightwing film with him directing, sign me up.
It would be
Pass
so
me.
good.
It would, honestly.
I really want to go on because also the more rumors about this Flash movie, was I just want to actually before I say that I just want to quickly the scene in the Flash trailer when Supergirl is in the Batcave and then she goes to Barry, you know what this symbol means, and then Barry just goes hope. Dude. Oh, bro, I was bawling my eyes out, dude.
Yeah, nah,
man.
Yeah, obviously I had the same sort of flashback to Man of Steel when Lois and Clark were chatting in the
literally
interrogation room, and it's like it just whines, and I'm like, it's kind of like you could sort of say it's kind of that dialogue is pretty much like a love letter to Henry Cavill's portrayal.
Yeah,
kind of like a we'll never forget you kind of type beat.
I know,
which I can appreciate.
I always think of the meme whenever I saw when those early pictures of Supergirl's suit came out. Because obviously she's got Henry Cavill's S, that exact S. I always think of back in one of the Harry Potter films in Harry Potter when he's talking to Snape and he's like, "How dare you stand where he stood?"
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
But also I want to talking about kind of Henry Cavill. Apparently he's going to be in the film because they filmed this back before James Gunn decided to reset everything. So he's going to make another cameo, and if he does, I'm going to throw hands with every fucking person in that cinema. Do not do that shit to me, dude. Do not give me him again. And then apparently there's a bunch of other cameos in there. Brendan Routh. That's it. Sorry. Yeah. He's supposed to make a cameo. Another Superman. They're going to use
very underrated Superman, by the way.
Very underrated. Archive. They're going to use archive footage of Adam West Batman, of Christopher Reeve Superman, Linda Carter's Wonder Woman, obviously George Clooney. And apparently there's a bunch of other cameos.
You mentioned that though, but if you guys have, I'm not gonna spoil. Okay, spoilers for Titans, the recent season. But do you know about how when Beast Boy sees obviously he gets a glimpse and to his multiverse. He sees DW's Flash. He sees Swamp Thing. But he even saw Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
Beast Boy.
He saw Joker. We didn't see him, but you could hear the Joker's laugh.
Yeah, and you for some reason you can hear Harley Quinn from the animated series as well on there, mishmash. Yeah. So maybe it's kind of similar to that in a sense, and maybe they're all each DC production, whether it's outside Elseworlds or in, they're kind of maybe taking notes from Marvel about how to interconnect the Sonyverse or a different verse.
Yeah.
With, they're all making all of them self-aware of each other. How in Carnage, Venom 2.
Yeah.
Obviously they allude to the MCU and they have a glimpse of that. It's a similar thing. They're actually taking, they're all becoming whole and they're accepting that they're all part of this expanded universe. And first of all, if Adam West Batman, that would be, first of all, I used to watch that shit with Mum all the time. That was actually that and the Lego games were the introduction to Nightwing and Robin for me. So
yeah, literally, There's archive footage, but dude, mate, I'm gonna lose it if they use the Christopher Reeve archive footage, dude. Because really, that movie started it all for superhero movies. Really, Superman in '78.
The thing is, if you didn't have Superman 1, was it 1978?
Yeah, 78. Yeah.
The thing is, right, that movie walked.
Yeah, so
everyone else could run.
Literally.
that was the groundwork for that genre. Typically before Superman 1 came out, everyone was nah, bro, superhero cinema, it's not gonna work. There's no way you can actually make it work. You've got perfect casting with Christopher Reeve. You've got a really good story. You've got great. Lex Luthor was great.
Lois Lane.
Those movies,
I love that Lois Lane.
Those movies are timeless. This is a fact. There's no beating around the bush about that. It's true. These movies are the pinnacle of Superman. The origin story is near perfect in my opinion.
And then what you're saying about this movie really started it all. I think what I'm really looking forward to in this Flash movie, and obviously like it's the Flash movie, but what I would love is this whole montage of them going to all these different DC movies, like Superman 78, Adam West's Batman, Christopher Nolan. We're going to the Keatonverse. We're going to back.
My Nightwing fan film, like,
bro, yeah, your Nightwing fan film, dude. You know, like,
surely
all these different aspects of DC. But I think it would be really interesting because, like, we're saying goodbye because throughout the years, us DC fans have struggled. Like, we have not had the great. Even though I love the Snyder stuff, like, you look at commercially, it hasn't got the greatest reception. DC have only been good for Elseworld stuff like Joker, Dark Knight, and the Batman. I think, like, having this cool montage, and it's like saying a final goodbye, and then going into this fresh new start with James Gunn. And I think it'll be, and I think that's maybe why people are saying it's the greatest comic book movie of all time, because it really delivers that. People are saying, like, you know, oh man, I remember when Superman Returns came out, and then like our parents would be like, oh man, Adam West Batman, you know, and then the younger fans would be like, oh, you know, Ben Affleck Batman. Yeah, literally just doing that. Yeah.
Bro, that was my mom's favorite thing about Adam West.
But I really hope that's in the movie.
I would really hope to. I would get really emotional because
I would too, for sure. I think every comic book fan would.
Bro, imagine they showed the Lego Batman. Surely, come on, he's the GOAT.
Surely he just breaks out in a song at the very end.
I'm Batman.
Who doesn't pay his taxes? Batman.
Like, bro, you know what'd be crazy though? If I lost my train of thought.
Apparently Nicolas Cage Superman makes a cameo in this shit.
I did hear something about that. Yeah. You know what? Like, that would be clever because, like, obviously he's not gonna.
I'm Superman.
Yeah, because he did voice him in Teen Titans Go, the movie. So I mean, like, you know what? Like, it's a goofy idea. I never thought he'd be cast for Superman, but you know what? Like, in my opinion, just let him have his fun. Let him have a go. Like, he's not gonna be Superman forever. Like, let him just give my man one chance.
20 seconds. Literally 20 seconds.
Let's just see if he delivers. Just for 20 seconds. Let's just see if my man delivers. Like,
I just want to see Nicolas Cage in the Superman suit. That's it. That's all I need.
Let him cook, please.
Bro, let Nicolas Cage cook, bro.
I want to see what happens. Like, I'm like, consider my interest peaks. Like, I really hope that because I honestly did hear that, like, being spread around, and I'm like, I honestly, call me crazy, but I wouldn't not be open to that.
I would love it, dude. I would piss myself laughing.
Like, it's the Flash movie. Like, anything could fucking happen, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously, there's a part of me that wants to, like, you know, like, handle your expectations.
Yeah.
But I did hear something else.
What did you hear?
Like, I hear a lot of people comparing Grant Gustin's interview to Andrew Garfield. All I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. All I'm saying is I'm not the werewolf. Like, people think I'm the werewolf.
Now look, I can't deny Grant Gustin. Now, I'm not a massive fan of CW Flash. That's just me. But Grant Gustin's very good Barry. Very good Barry Allen.
Unbelievable.
I haven't seen a lot of. I think I stopped at season 4. I might rewatch it at some point. But I guess it's just the Zoom stuff that I was never really keen on. But that's just me. But I really would like him to make a surprise cameo. I think he's kind of like you can't deny it. Grant Gustin kind of defined that role way more than Ezra ever did.
No, literally.
Ezra was limited. Ezra is a pretty decent Flash. I can't deny. He comes across more Wally West, which I don't. It's alright, but to be honest, like a decade ago, if you were to think the Flash, you would typically think Grant Gustin's take on that character, which is what a lot of people would think. Or the animated, or like Justice League, like a limited or animated, or like, you know, the Flashpoint movie. But I really do see a lot of people are saying, bro, like, he's literally the werewolf. Like, he could be. Like, in those interviews, he doesn't really come across as, like, convincing. He's clearly trying to, like, you know, hide something. And, like...
And they already did it, technically. Remember in the CW show? They had
they did.
It would be even cooler to see it on the big screen. Do you know what I mean?
Dude, like, yeah, I remember seeing that too. I'm losing all my fucking shit. It was crazy.
But I think every DC fan knows. We just said it before. Like,
Yeah.
what every comic book fan wants out of this movie is Reverse Flash.
Please, bro. He's like,
that will be Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire level hype if Reverse Flash is in like the movie or the end credits thing.
Bro. Anthony as Reverse
Anthony
Flash.
Starr, bro.
Come on,
Reverse Flash,
Anthony
dude.
Starr. Just give us that. Like, please,
literally.
That is like, oh, bro, like that would be unmatched.
Bro, I'm getting goosebumps now.
I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it, man. Like,
literally,
that would be like, please, dude. That's like, we've been asking for him as Reverse Flash
since season 1 of The Boys.
Since season 1, yeah, essentially, since forever, dude. Like, he fits that role perfectly, bro. Like, oh, bro, like, he fits that role better than I fit Dick Grayson. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, literally.
Like, to be completely honest, that's not the only thing I can compare it to. But, bro, that is, like, one thing. Because I know I've got to handle my expectations. I know the movie, I haven't even seen it, but I know the movie's going to be good regardless.
I know, I think so, yeah.
Bro, oh, man. Like, I'm on the edge of my seat thinking about what this movie's gonna do to my soul and my spirit, man. Like,
bro, imagine end credit scene, right? They all save the day, and then it's kind of like at the end, Flash is kind of like, I wonder who did all of this. I wonder who kind of caused, because we know it's him, but maybe in the movie they find out someone else has actually caused it or whatever, right? And then all we hear is, "It was me, Barry."
Oh, bro, imagine it was me, Barry.
Or we get like the Doomsday Clock and Reverse Flash is in the Batcave.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't. That'd be funny. That'd be great.
Like maybe like Batfleck is in the Batcave and then Reverse Flash comes in. I'm
actually gonna be a little bit upset seeing that that's gonna be Batfleck's last movie.
Yeah. I know.
But like, bro, do you remember when Suicide Squad came out? Like for the first time, and he was like, bro, we got a bulking Batman, like straight out of like the Dark Knight Returns and shit. Everyone, like, I remember I was in 8th grade. Yeah, I was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Like in art class, and everyone was talking about it, bro. It was crazy. And like obviously, you know, we've got like the whole separate with Damian Wayne. We've got a whole storyline coming up, and we've got a whole recast coming up. Jensen Ackles, where you at? But I feel like
it's really upsetting. It really
is because the thing is, right, massive thing that turns people off is, and I do agree with it, but Batman shouldn't kill. Batman has never killed. He shouldn't kill. That's not his thing. That is, if you give him the ability to take a life, that takes away the value of the symbol, in my opinion. You know, and like just the character. Obviously, if things are different, and he didn't kill, then I mean, just BVS. If he didn't kill in BVS.
Oh, it would have been perfect.
Oh, like it would have been.
But we got that warehouse scene, though. We did get that warehouse scene.
That warehouse scene is some Arkham City type shit, dude. Like
literally.
That. Oh, bro. Like, and yeah, like literally my favorite skin to wear in Arkham City is like the Batfleck suit. It's so sick. But yeah, I can't deny, like, he was the best Batman, like bulk wise. I've never seen a build like, bro, that like Ben Affleck went all out.
Literally.
His whole life was like just fucking Batman for ages. And like,
normally before, when I've watched like The Dark Knight, Batman can fight, but he's more, intelligence. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I saw Batfleck, I was like, this motherfucker can throw hands, dude. He's got hands, dude.
No, honestly, dude. Like, you can tell, man. Bro's spent like, crazy amount of times with Ra's al Ghul and shit. It's
literally.
But yeah, I can't deny. As obviously, he did a really good job with what he was given. Unfortunately, what he was given wasn't really my taste personally, but overlooking that, he was a pretty solid Bruce Wayne as well.
I think if you gave him a movie before BVS, I think that was really important to establish this version of Batman. Because like us comic book nerds, we've read The Dark Knight Returns, so we know like what to get out of this Batman. Literally Long Halloween, but like we know what we were getting out of this Batman. To the casual viewers, it was really like a culture shock, or even people who haven't read the comic books, who like the movies. It was a real kind of like culture shock to see a Batman that like he lost all hope in humanity. Like he kind of like Batman has a hope of humanity, even though he doesn't show it like Superman. He has a hope in humanity. He thinks people can change. Even the fucking Joker, even though even though all of us fans just want him to kill him one day, like he still believes that the Joker can change.
The thing is sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to point this out. We've had a lot of good and decent Batman actors in the past. But typically, when we read comics, right? Look at how like his suit looks. Look at how he's built, right?
Yeah, he's a pretty shit house, dude.
Ben Affleck was the first like Batman to have the perfect suit, the perfect build. Like the ears could have been taller, but aside from that, like he has the Batfleck is the most comic accurate Batman. Like that's just facts. Like that suit is like god tier. I don't think like I do like Christian Bale as an actor. I was never really keen on the suit in any of those movies personally. I didn't like the symbol. Obviously, I don't want to even talk about the bat nipples. The Keaton suit is a classic. I'm not going to diss that because, especially with the Flash coming up, I'm not dissing. I'm not. No. Keaton's a fucking goat. We all fucking know this.
Pattinson's suit though. What are we saying about Robert Pattinson's suit?
I do fuck with Pattinson's suit. I like. I think someone debunked it, but I think when that movie was coming out, someone said that the symbol was made out of Joe Chill's gun.
That was debunked.
Yeah, but that would have been a really cool concept. But aside from that, the suit, the ears are good. Like it's very Arkham-esque, which I do fuck with. Like but I don't know, something about Batfleck, man.
Yeah,
like,
the Batfleck suit,
for me, it's like, it's the bulk and the muscle definition straight out of the graphic novels, bro. It's like,
but it's the comic accuracy, though. Just the bat symbol and nothing else. Just the bat symbol, the belt, that's it.
That's all you need, bro. That's literally all you need. You don't need this, like, I mean, look, it's cool to see, but, like, typically for Batman, you don't need all this, like, high artillery, like, armor and shit.
Like what Patterson and Bale's got. They've got the, military, like, padding and all that shit. Batman's just got the symbol. He's just got a fucking, like, rubber suit on or whatever you want to call it.
Something like that.
You know what I mean? And he's, like I said, he's got fucking hands.
Yeah, he does. I feel like, as much as they were going for, like, the Dark Knight Returns with the small ears, but, like, if the ears were a little bit bigger, that would be like I'd be cosplaying that shit like all the time, bro. Like,
right, literally.
Honestly,
literally though.
I would be sleeping in it and shit. Like, it's crazy. But nevertheless, obviously, it's gonna be sad to see him go. But I will say, his new suit for the Flash movie. Considering we're on the topic of that, the blue tint.
Yeah.
Bro,
I like it.
I love it, dude.
Yeah. I don't know about the hexagon bit on the side.
Fair enough.
But like the blue tint looks so good though.
We've never seen a blue tint Batman in live action.
I mean we did with the bat nipples. They were blue tinted.
What, the nipples were tinted, or like
the blue suit. It was like a blue suit with like this. Yeah. It was a blue suit. Yeah.
Yeah. It probably wasn't as vibrant as the Batman.
No, definitely not as this. But we have got a blue suit. But like you were saying, this blue tinted one though is just.
I guess would you count Adam West?
I'd say count Adam West, but again, it's 66. It's a bit different.
It's tight. Yeah, it's shit tight. Yeah. I mean, Adam West is like a goat in his own like respect. Like, he's got his own thing going on. It was a different time. There were different budgets and shit. Like, but nevertheless, I really do like it. But that's my favorite. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's as good as the BVS suit. I feel it's like I need to see the movie first.
Yeah, I was literally thinking that. I gotta see it first.
Yeah,
and then
I gotta see like a whole drip. But
right,
in the Flash trailer as well, when he's like escaping the mist, and then he catches the It's so clean, bro. Like,
yeah, dude.
Finally, bro. Like, I'm really glad there. I feel like this might be Batfleck at his prime.
Well, Ben Affleck said what he filmed for this movie was the best he's done with Batman. This is his favorite version of Batman that he's done, was in this film. So,
I'm not gonna lie, that makes me emotional to hear.
I know, because in you know when actors like do those YouTube videos and they talk about their whole career and they talk about all their movies they've done.
Yeah.
That's like GQ, whatever. They did one with Ben Affleck, and I watched it because I wanted to see what he said about Batman.
Yeah.
And he said when they were doing the Justice League, when they were originally shooting Justice League with Zack Snyder,
Yeah.
he said it was the best experience ever. He goes, you know, I always loved putting on the costume. I loved talking about the character. He goes, Warner Brothers came to me and they wanted me to do a movie, and I was 100% down to do it. I was really excited. I was writing it, and I was working with Zack to do it. And then he goes, and then unfortunately Zack's daughter passed away. And then he said, as soon as Joss Whedon came up, he just completely lost love for the character, and it was so sad. Because like, it reminded me of Henry Cavill. Like, he genuinely loved this character so much. Like, because he's such an A-lister Hollywood actor, I was expecting him to just go, oh, I've got us to it. It's good money, whatever. But someone like with that caliber of popularity, he showed so much passion for Batman. And like you were saying, it's going to be very emotional because, like, we could, like, again with Henry Cavill, I've said his name, right?
Yeah, say it, bro.
I've said his name. Same with Henry Cavill, dude. And I'm going to start again. It is so frustrating seeing two actors that I've never seen passionate about these characters before, and then Warner Brothers just completely fucked it up.
It's like
so frustrating.
They're blind. It feels like at the time, obviously, they were like blind to their own demise as well. Like, I just wish things were different because, like I said, like, obviously I've seen interviews where he's been talking about like Superman Rebirth and shit, and he's like, he understands his character through and through. Like, and it's just the thing is, I feel like Henry would have like incorporated his own creativity and his own passion into the film as well, which makes it so much more authentic. And like I feel like, okay, imagine though, I'm gonna pitch this, a Superman film directed by Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Literally,
the thing is, I know he can't play Superman anymore.
But yeah,
what if he directed him? Would that be enough? I think it would.
Yeah, I think it would be. I think he would give it a crack. I think he'd be alright at it.
I think I'm really like that. That for me is like just a pitch, but like I really do hope that happens one day.
Well, there's all the rumors that Ben Affleck, because we know to be fair, I love Ben Affleck as an actor. I think he's an even better director.
What do you think about him as Superman in that one movie?
Oh, bro, he's peaked, dude. Literally the best Superman, dude. Bro, he's that good of an actor. He can play Superman and Batman, dude.
Bro, no, I gotta say that, bro. Kevin Hart as Superman, like, come on.
Bro, oh god. But like, I think he's an even better director, Ben Affleck. I absolutely love his films. And there's the rumor, and I cross my fingers that Ben Affleck is supposedly supposed to direct Batman: Brave and the Bold, which I cannot think anyone better to direct a Batman movie than the guy who was literally just fucking Batman.
Yeah, bro. Like, I didn't even hear about that until now, man. I'm so
I don't know if it's debunked, but I read it and I was like, holy shit, I need it.
I really hope that like that manifests into reality. I think like that could rival Matt Reeves.
That really could.
To be honest, that really could. I know. Look, I know that's saying something. I know Batman is like, yeah, okay, it's my favorite DC movie. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen the Flash. I haven't seen the Flash yet.
Yeah,
but that is my favorite DC movie. Yeah, I know it's a big like thing to say, but it just might, man. I mean, he clearly, obviously, being in the fandom, he's typically known as Batman who kills, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he doesn't love the character, and he definitely, obviously, appreciated every second of having to play that character on screen. But I think in a different role, like a director role, I mean, I think we could see something really special.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Just let him cook, dude.
Let Ben Affleck cook, please.
Bro, let Ben Affleck cook, dude.
I'm telling you, man. I feel like that would be a missed opportunity.
But then I've heard a rumor that the Russo brothers apparently are interested to do Batman: Brave and the Bold.
Russo brothers. Okay. Yeah, all right.
I think people go, oh, but they did Endgame. But they did Winter Soldier. And look how fucking good that movie was.
They did. Okay, Winter Soldier is great, but I do like the first Avenger more, purely for the story. But I can't deny Winter Soldier is like the best movie in that phase. I'm sorry, it's kind of facts. Like
it is facts. It's a factual statement.
Yeah, for me, it's like First Avenger, Winter Soldier, Civil War.
Yeah, literally.
That's just my personal opinion, but I can't deny the quality of Winter Soldier. Holy shit, that was monumental.
That movie was so good. And then apparently the director of John Wick Chapter 4 is in line to direct it, which I think would be good. But like I said, any of those three directors, I would be over the moon with. Any of those three. I think I would rather Ben Affleck, because he can at least redeem himself.
Yeah.
With the character, like so, unfortunately in the fandom, he's the Batman that kills. So with this, he could redeem himself. But the Russo brothers, or whoever the guy who directed John Wick, they directed it. I would not care.
You know what? It just occurred to me, because you just brought up John Wick.
Yeah.
I know we were also talking about the Flash movie.
Right. What are you trying to say? John Wick's in the fucking multiverse, dude?
I'm telling you, bro. Listen, I saw an interview with Keanu Reeves saying, if you had the opportunity to reprise a role that had no demand for it.
Yeah, I saw this.
And listen, it's the Flash fucking movie. Anything can go. Anything will fly.
Are you sane?
Give us John Constantine one more time, bro.
That would go astronomically hard.
Bro, like, the thing is, right? Like that he fucking loves Constantine. He wants to play him so bad.
I know.
Like,
I love that first movie. That movie's really good, actually.
Oh, bro, like, what I would just like, even just like a nod or some recognition of him as that character in the Flash movie. Why wouldn't you? Like, Constantine kind of dabbles in the multiverse. That's kind of his like.
Whenever there's a problem in the DC universe, everyone goes to Constantine.
Yeah, exactly.
Every single time there's a major problem, they always go to John, and I always love John's reaction. In the Dark Crisis, Nightwing and John Kent went to. It was like leading up to like, we need to go see this guy. He's going to help us with the multiverse, right? And I was sitting there reading. I was like, it's fucking John Constantine, isn't it? And then they go to John Constantine, and literally Constantine's like, say again, really?
Yeah.
But I would love that scene though. I would love that.
That would like obviously I know. Like, I mean, because I know he said in it was recently, so maybe he's not, maybe he is, but just some recognition as well.
Yeah,
like, I mean, why wouldn't you? Like, bro, I feel like I need to relax, man. Like, I feel like
these reviews, bro, but it's just these early reviews, dude. It's getting me so excited.
I know it's just like wishful thinking, but like, I mean, why wouldn't you? Like, he clearly if you can give Brandon Routh a second chance as Superman, like and he clearly wanted to play that character again. And bro, Andrew Garfield wanted to play Spider-Man again. He wanted to play John Constantine more than any other role he's played.
Hugh Jackman didn't even want to play Wolverine again, and he's Wolverine again.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Like, I think DC gotta wake up, man, and like, please just give these actors a second chance, because like. Oh, that would be a wish come true. Like I said, I know it's wishful thinking.
I know,
but like,
I mean,
allow it.
You say you gotta lower your expectations. Let's move on to the next multiverse movie, which is the Spider-Verse.
Oh,
and then we're gonna build up even more expectations for that.
Oh, bro, I'm about to buzz.
That trailer though, dude. Spider-Man PS4's in there, dude. Oh man, just one interaction with Yuri.
There's a few Spider-Man PS4s in there. I feel like someone said online, "Oh, bro, one Spider-Man is like the remaster, and the other one is like the original."
That would be hilarious.
I feel like, bro, it's possible. But I think, because obviously Yuri Lowenthal is my favorite Spider-Man. Like, you know, like Kevin Conroy is my favorite Batman voice actor. And Yuri Lowenthal was my favorite Spider-Man. I typically like the voice actors more than like the live action actors. I think I'm really holding out to see Josh Keaton as well, hopefully, because he's literally in the he's in the poster. Like that's the news.
He was in that Chinese poster, I think. Yeah.
Ben Reilly. I'm really hyped for.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sick. Like, we never seen him in a movie before, so that's gonna be hype. I would, and this because I know you like The Punisher, if the Punisher was a Spider-Man, he'd be like Kane Parker, like essentially.
Bro, that would be sick, bro. There's literally a what-if comic of Spider-Man if he became the Punisher, so fuck it, let's just put him in there.
Yeah, that's it. I think pretty sure at the end of that comic, like he just gives up being the Punisher, and then Frank Castle becomes it's a weird thing. Yeah, I think, bro, there's like Jessica Drew, like, bro, I love my Spider-Woman, bro. Like, I think,
bro, we got Spider-Man manga in there, dude.
Bro, exactly. Yeah. I literally
hey, it's me, Spider-Man.
Bro, the thing is though, like all these Spider-Men, just for Goku to neck.
Just for Spider Goku to neck, dude.
Honestly, dude, it'd be fucking hype. But yeah,
with great power comes great responsibility.
Literally, bro. Honestly, I feel like we could see like anything. Obviously, I know there's talks of like. Again, I'm getting like, you know, like the flashbacks No Way Home. Everyone's saying Andrew and Toby. It might happen, but I feel like maybe they'll leave it for part 2, personally.
Yeah, I think so.
Because that's so fresh in the world of Spider-Man, of them returning. Like, they might... I reckon I have a funny feeling. I got, like, my spider senses are telling me that they're going to hold...
I like that.
They'll tease it at the end of part 1. But for part 2, I think there'll be a main part.
Well, then they said it in the trailer that, like, you know, the talks about 2099 references to MCU.
That's it, yeah. They call it 1999.
My number one thing with the Spider-Verse movie is, it would be cool to see Andrew and Toby animated and Tom even, but I really want this movie to give more recognition to kind of the voice actors in the video games. And don't take away that hype by putting in Toby and Andrew. Like, and we've already got that moment from No Way Home.
We do.
And I don't want it to, because then if you have it again, it's like they're just doing it so they can get people in the movies. I want to sit there and be like, I remember watching that animation. I remember watching Spectacular Spider-Man again.
Christopher Daniel Barnes, please, like.
Yeah, literally.
Well, I would, bro. He like, the thing is, right. I would watch that Spider-Man when I was like in my teens, I think.
Is that the 90s one?
Yeah, the 90s
Spider-Man? Yeah, dude,
I remember learning it on guitar.
That goes hard, man.
It does. But I have a lot of nostalgia for that cartoon. And as well as Spectacular, and as well as the new animated series with Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah. That
would be amazing if he was also in the movie. Neil Patrick Harris, not only does he freaking voice Nightwing as well, like, he voices both of my favorite characters from both separate universes, which is amazing. But he's also, like, I think the Spider-Man new animated series, the 3D, like, MTV show.
Oh, yeah.
Incredibly underrated. Very good show. I think because I know he was in one of the video games as well. I think it was Spider-Man.
Shattered Time, some shit like that.
Shattered Dimensions.
Yeah, Shattered Dimensions. Yeah, that's it.
But I'd really like to see him give that one more shot, because he was really slept on as Spider-Man, I think. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying though. Like, I think it's time we like get more recognition on the big screen for the incredible voices in the games, in the cartoons. Like, Yuri is, for me, like, when I read Spider-Man comics, I typically hear Yuri's voice.
Yeah, I'm the same, literally the same. Yeah.
And for me, that was kind of that's my definitive Spider-Man, in my opinion. Outside of the movies, like, and outside of the comics, in general media, like cartoons and video games, Yuri Lowenthal is like top tier. I mean, I love Josh Keaton, but like, you know,
Yuri's just built different, man.
Yuri is built different, dude. Like, bro's Ben 10 and like Sasuke.
You know, have you seen that TikTok meme where they recreate him and the voice actor for Doc Ock recreate the Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
And Yuri's like, shut the fuck up. Bro, I would love that in the Spider-Verse meme. I was like, we gotta, you know, fix the multiverse.
Brilliant but lazy. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
That'd be fucking amazing. Yeah, no, I fucking laughed my ass off when I saw that. I think, but there's a lot. There's just so many. I like how at the end they like. I'm glad that the Spider-Man pointing meme is becoming so relevant as well.
Yeah, I love that.
And
we're searching for the Spider-Man. you're Spider-Man? No, I'm Spider-Man. No,
No,
I'm Spider-Man.
Are you Spider-Man?
Are you Spider-Man?
And then they all like bust into a therapy session like after Uncle Ben's
Oh,
dead.
yeah. Let me guess. Uncle Ben died.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fucking great. Obviously, Peter B. Parker has a fucking child.
Yeah.
I think it's Annie Parker. I'm assuming it is.
I think so, yeah. I think you're right there.
I'm not completely sure. So I think it's a different name. But I just red hair. I think it's Annie. I'm not sure. I hope I'm wrong. I think I am, but whatever. But that's gonna be really cool to see. Like the thing is though, someone said online, like the movie takes place 1 year after Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So Peter Parker didn't waste any fucking time.
I know, right? He was straight into that shit, man.
He was straight but I love that though, because obviously him training Miles, like it reminded him like, I really want to have kids. Like kids are amazing. And like, he just like full of like, sorry, Riz, please.
He went back and Mary Jane and he's like,
you got that spider Riz, you know what I'm saying?
You got that spider Riz, dude.
Honestly, it's crazy. Bro, and you know what? Spanners web. And you know what? Like,
literally,
bro's moving quite mad. But yeah, I think that's just really cool, and I do like Jake Jonathan as Peter B. Parker as well.
Yeah, he's doing a brilliant job. Yeah,
he's like that. I remember watching the first Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse around 2018. Oh my god, I was so young. I remember that was so long ago too, but I remember watching his like the opening scene where he's like talking about how he's like eating pizza and shit because he's so like down his life. And I'm like, bro, this is a personal attack.
No, literally, yeah.
Like he's really, but I really am intrigued to see how his arc and he goes from like the Spider-Man who essentially forgets how to be Spider-Man, but Miles reminds him how to go about it, which I love. But again, like that's just a really cool concept that we've never seen Peter have kids on the big screen before.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Absolutely. But I will say though, just for one last thing, he does technically have a voice actor because he had a video game, which I love. Yeah. And I've got to say, because it's this logo, Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Look, I know I was just saying Yuri is my definitive voice actor, but Ultimate Spider-Man is my fucking childhood, bro. Like that for me that kind of was the insight and like my first exposure to that character. So, because to hear like that voice actor from that game, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but just like some acknowledgement for like that run. Because obviously that run inspired Tom Holland, and also, actually, I'm pretty sure that run inspired all of them.
I know it definitely did Andrew Garfield for sure, and hasn't won.
Because like the whole relationship between Harry and Peter never really came about until Ultimate Spider-Man, where that was like a thing, and then they incorporated that into the first Spider-Man film, which was Sam Raimi. And I think the speech of "with great power comes great responsibility," they worded it in The Amazing Spider-Man 1. Very similar to Ultimate Spider-Man. So it's clear the impact that run has had on all versions. I'm pretty sure Tom Holland said that he based his personality off of that version. So which is why he's the most compared to I don't know. Andrew Garfield's pretty angsty, but I think Tom Holland is the Spider-Man that kind of learns a little bit late. He kind of runs away from his responsibilities.
Yeah, no, literally,
He takes shit for granted, and you can kind of like bring that into that 16-13 universe Spider-Man. But like I think that would be just really cool to see if they just mishmash. Like I said, Ben Reilly, I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, Ben Reilly would be
maybe some full-on Clone Saga type beat in there. That would be
just go all out. You know what I mean? I just want to just Spider Goku, dude. Like whatever the fuck, man.
The sky's the limit, dude. Like we could very much like maybe they'll just bring in like Terry McGinnis. Nah. Just like say
do
the
it, man.
Spider-Man.
Bring in Batman Beyond, bro. Bring in Goku. Bring in Homelander.
bro, like bring in fucking like just me as Nightwing, like
Right,
bro, why
literally,
not,
yeah.
bro? Why not? Like,
Me as Ryan Gosling, dude. Like, dude, you might as well, dude.
like I don't see like, I mean, anything can happen. Like it's fucking anything can happen. I mean, that would be fucking
Yeah,
100% on IMDb. Like,
yeah, dude. I'm just super
Rotten
excited.
Tomatoes. Yeah, no, I really am too. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's just so much, man. Like, we got it all in like a week. Blue Beetle, Flash, Spider-Verse.
Yeah, man.
And then we got the Marvels trailer, which definitely looked like a trailer for a movie that will definitely come out in cinemas.
Yes, I think. Yes.
So that's all we've got to say about the Marvels trailer. Let's go on.
What did that like? Okay, I will say though, like, okay, I'm gonna come out and say something that a lot of people are not gonna like. But I really enjoyed Miss Marvel.
I haven't watched
I'm sorry.
I haven't watched it.
You know
it's
what?
just not for me. Do you know what
No,
I mean?
yeah, no, I can understand that. But it is for me, and I did like it. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
I thought it was
that's
sick.
good.
Like, I think Kamala Khan is like just really well done. I know they changed up her powers. Like, she's a mutant now.
I hated that so much.
Yeah,
I didn't see that. I hated that so much.
Look, and you know what? I feel you for that. Like, honestly, but overlooking that, I don't have anything bad. I don't have any bad things to say about it. The dialogue can be a little bit cringe, sure, but
yeah,
it's a good series with a good story and really good characterization of Miss Marvel, and her origin is done really well, I think. And yeah, I actually am really keen. I just like, and the actress does an incredible job as the character. She, similar to Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill and Andrew Garfield, is that she loves the character. She loves the character.
Yeah.
She's like, I remember watching the documentary that came out right after the series dropped. She would literally cosplay as Miss Marvel and shit, like, all the time. She was like a fanatic about that character, and like it just shows. She is literally.
She's literally her. Like, she's
out of the books into reality. That's how she comes across. Like, and it really shows, man. And I'm really glad that she got picked, because she's like, the thing is, she's actually her in real life.
Yeah.
Like, you see her in interviews and shit. And you see her like on red carpets, literally talking about Marvel Comics. And it's like, well, actually, it's not 616.
Yeah, it's not 616. Yeah,
it's not 616. It's like Universe 1999.
Yeah.
She is actually right about. But yeah, it's like it's incredible, man. I think people really should just like give it a chance. To be honest, I know it's not for everyone, but like don't let other people's like opinions like kind of like limit you. But it's a good show, man. Like, it's not. I can't think of. It's not horrible. It's not unwatchable. It's not Moon Knight. It's not Loki. It's not the Falcon and Winter Soldier. But like, it doesn't need to be. It's got its own identity, and it's a good story. It's for teens. Yeah, it's for late teens.
Yeah.
It's for adolescents. It's for like just people who. It's for kids. It's very kid-like, but it's really got a good value moral story to it, you know?
I will say one thing. I don't think the trailer, because everyone is expecting this movie to be horrible, and I was one of them, and the trailer doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It looks good.
I'm still going to go see it.
I'm going to go see it.
When it comes to these type of movies, I want to be proven wrong, because I'll say, like, this movie's terrible, and then I want to go into it and then come out of it and then go, actually, I was wrong. That was actually a good movie. So I'm still going to go see it, even if I don't enjoy it. You know, I'll give it a chance, but I just don't think. Monica Rambeau, I really liked in WandaVision. I thought she was fantastic. Yeah. I'm really excited to see where she's at. You know, since WandaVision, I think Carol Danvers isn't the greatest character, even in the comic books.
Yeah, I can back that up.
I think Brie Larson's a phenomenal actress. I think she's a really good actress, and I just don't think Carol Danvers is a likable character. So I don't really care, but I just don't like the hate.
Cancelled.
Yeah, cancel me, dude.
Cancel culture now.
But it was really sad when she was at the Disney D23, whatever it was, when they announced the Marvels trailer. Yeah. No, when they announced the Marvels movie. I remember someone on the red carpet was asking Brie Larson. They said, "Are you gonna come back as Captain Marvel? Is this your last outing as Captain Marvel?" And Brie Larson's like, "I don't know. Do they want me back? Do they even like me?" And I was like, damn, that's actually really fucking sad. Like, even
Yeah,
though I don't like her
it
as a
is.
character, like, that's just really sad to see.
Yeah, no, it like because I don't know, because it's kind of sad because like I have been like seeing a lot of videos of people saying that I can't remember the actress that plays Bo-Katan, but but a lot of people say that she would be
Oh, that's what mum did.
yeah, and like I'm sure she would, but like you're kind of robbing her of like I mean why recast it? It's not like she needs to be.
Yeah.
Like she's got a lot of significance to like the Young Avengers and like I mean Miss Marvel fucking worships Captain Marvel, so like
Yeah. Can't
her
have Ms. Marvel without Captain Marvel.
yeah exactly like obviously you can't have one without the other and like the whole existence and significance of Miss Marvel is from Carol Danvers and the impact she's had on her life. So I mean look, I'm not a Captain Marvel enthusiast. She's
Yeah.
not like one of my favorite characters, but like, why would you want to scrap her away? She's clearly got significance to like
Yeah.
future stories. I mean, like just because I don't like a character much doesn't mean like I want them rid off the face of the
Oh
earth.
no,
You know?
literally, yeah. It's just some people just don't like characters. It's as simple as that. You don't like a character,
It's
that's
yeah.
fine. It's a massive universe now. Just
I
because, yeah, you don't
hey,
have to like her. You can hate Captain
I
Marvel.
like Brie Larson more than Ezra Miller.
Exactly. I mean, yeah.
So
I mean, she can't do any worse than Ezra Miller, do you know?
exactly, honestly. But nah, like I'm actually okay. This is a prediction. This is a prediction. This is a prediction on the 28th of April. The Marvels is going to be better than Ant-Man 3.
It probably will do.
Just the facts, bro. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Probably
going to
would.
be a higher quality, better written film.
I think
Like
people will say it's really cringe and it's like, oh, the jokes are bad. But at least it will probably be just a well structured movie. You
yeah,
know what I mean? It has a good story. It follows through with everything it's supposed to, rather than Ant-Man 3, which was just all over the fucking place and didn't really make any sense. Um, and that's another topic I think for another time.
yeah.
But which I just want to say quickly here is just about I completely forgot what I was going to say now. That's so fucking embarrassing. I literally
Nah,
had it
that's
in my
right.
head halfway through the sentence, and I was like, I completely forgot. I completely forgot.
Bad Brie Larson.
No, it was about that's it. It was about the MCU movies, about going into MCU because before you'd go into Marvel movies and you'd go, I can't wait, this movie's gonna be awesome, and then you'd walk out of it and you go, that was even
Yeah,
better
yeah,
than what I predicted. Black Panther, Winter Soldier, Civil War,
yeah.
even Guardians of the
Absolutely.
Galaxy 1 and 2,
Oh,
Ant-Man
absolutely.
1, even. But now I go into Marvel movies, I was like, can I just be good? Like, I'm
Mm.
sick of going into it just being like mid or bad.
Because they just clusterfuck. Like as well. Like they kind of put some Marvel movies put quantity on top of quality, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
And that was the case with She-Hulk. That was the case with Ant-Man. That was the case with
Love and Thunder.
like yeah. Well,
I mean, I know you really enjoyed it. Yeah,
I
yeah,
could like Love and Thunder. I think
yeah,
okay. I liked Gore. I liked Gore.
yeah,
Gore was fucking great. He was. But yeah, it's like some have a very similar sort of, like approach. But I really think the Marvels is gonna be good.
yeah.
Just by the trailer. Like I can't fault I'm sorry, but I can't fault the trailer. It looks dope. And obviously I'm really excited to see some more of Kamala Khan and like to see where that goes.
Yeah.
And meet Carol Danvers for the first time. That's gonna be
Yeah,
like
that's the first time since Endgame
yeah,
we've seen it.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I exactly. So the last time we saw it was an Endgame.
Mm.
But I think it's gonna be just. I mean, obviously, and Secret Wars looks sick, and it's.
Yeah, Secret Wars does look
I
really
feel
good.
like Marvel are slowly building up again.
Secret Wars
Like
look Secret Invasion, not Secret Wars.
oh, sorry, yeah,
Yeah, Secret Invasion. But yeah,
Secret
it does look
Invasion looks
sick.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm excited for it.
No, it does. There's just a lot to enjoy right now, and a lot to be hopeful for in the worlds of DC and Marvel, which
Mm.
rarely happens because I really don't agree with the constant competition between the two
Yeah,
because why compare them when they're so different?
yeah,
You know,
literally, yeah,
both bring like characterization in different ways and express different stories and spread different messages, but doesn't mean those messages is valuable than the other. You
yeah.
know, because
I
they
hate it when
both
they go Marvel comics are better or DC comics is better. And like you say all the time, to me, is film is subjective and comic books are
exactly.
subjective. You know?
Exactly, yeah, 100%. Like, I am not a massive fan of Marvel Knights.
Yeah.
I don't. I think the
Well, I
Daredevil.
am a big fan of Marvel Knights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the Daredevil Marvel Knights and the Spider-Man Daredevil series is kind of dragged on. I felt kind of bored reading it. I literally gave up. But Toby
Yeah.
enjoys it. I just can't like.
Yeah.
I might revisit it one day, but I'm not really a massive fan of like the Marvel Knights series. I'm sorry, but that's just me at the end of the day. But again, like this is just like
Yeah.
proving my
Literally.
theory that
Yeah.
like even though I like, and I say this all the time because like you and me will talk about movies and comics and shit. But just because me and my friend here, Toby Mills, share different, aka Red Comics, share different
Yeah.
opinions or perspectives on a certain comic book media, doesn't mean we can't like
Be friends or like get
exactly. Yeah,
along.
exactly. We're
Yeah.
not gonna like get on each other's like backs about it. Like
Yeah.
it's whatever. Like I mean shit. Like I fucking okay. What am I reading now? Okay.
Well, what's the
I
point in comparing both of them when Goku fucking next? Like,
yeah
what's the
this.
point? What's the
Yeah,
point, dude?
that honestly that is kind of facts. Yeah. But yeah, like I really I enjoy a lot of books. I actually haven't read Kingdom Come yet. See me?
Oh, you love. I think you will love it.
Yeah.
It's in my top 5 Superman comics. I absolutely love it.
Is it
Yeah,
primarily a Superman story?
yeah. It's kind of feels like a DC story, but I like to think Superman's the main character
Oh, okay, yeah,
in
true.
the book. And just the representation of Superman in that book is phenomenal.
I reckon I'll read
Um,
it tonight. Yeah, I reckon I'll
yeah.
start reading it tonight because yeah, if we
And
are
then Alex Ross drew the entire thing. So I mean, you can't go wrong with it.
Alec Ross. First of all, I think Alec Ross did Earth X
Yeah,
from
he did.
Marvel.
Yeah,
And Earth X is like one of my favorite books. Which Earth X is essentially the equivalent to Kingdom Come. They're
yeah,
very similar sort of stories. It's kind of like um edge of the universe sort of
yeah,
like world sort of like ending, like characters kind of losing their way, sort of like yeah, like it's not really a traditional Batman, or it's not a traditional DC or Marvel story. It's kind of like a depressing environment,
yeah.
which but like again, they all come through in the end. They all save the day naturally.
But it's really
But
cool in
yeah,
Kingdom Come because Kingdom Come is really about exactly that kind of the world's kind of lost his ways and they kind of and then
yeah.
Superman comes back to try and retell that. You know,
Because
he
I
tries to
don't
tell the world there is hope, and which is phenomenal. I absolutely love it.
I haven't read all of it, but I do know that obviously in the Kingdom Come Superman, he wears that black symbol because of I think Lois Lane died.
Yeah,
Not like injustice, like to natural causes.
yeah, and there was like a big event where a bunch of people died, and so he would
Yeah,
like he thinks that was his fault, so he wears that, and also because he does explain about Lois Lane
yeah, right.
passing away, but that's why he wears the black S.
Interesting.
And I won't spoil it, but you know how it's not really an S, it's just kind of like a line in between, and your brain kind of figures out that it's an S.
I think so, yeah.
It kind of looks just like a Z, even. I won't spoil it, but it's a really good explanation about why he kind of went with that, rather than like you look at here like the traditional
Yeah,
type
the
of
traditional
S.
S, yeah, fair enough.
Um, Talking about actually, we are on the topic of comic books now. Let's head into
Yes, we
comics
are.
corner.
Ah, man, I'm
Um,
hyped. Okay, cool. Well,
we'll start with you then, because I know you're very keen to share what you're reading at the
so
moment.
look, I read this book pretty late. I'll be honest. Like me, obviously, Toby knows I'm a massive Batman guy. That's like, and a massive Bat family guy in general. Like,
Mm,
obviously, like I love all things like in that side of DC. And I've found out recently that the Batman by Matt Reeves was inspired by a series of books: Batman Ego, Batman Year One, and The Long Halloween.
yeah,
By Jeff Loebs. And
Tim Sale, the goat, of course.
yes, I mean,
Yeah,
this is okay. I was talking to Toby about this before.
mm,
My favorite Batman book is The White Knight.
yeah,
And look, it still is, but this is I think I'd put it on top of the Batman Who Laughs, and I love the Batman Who Laughs. But for me, it's
you
like
love it. Yeah,
my top three now are Batman White Knight, Batman Long Halloween, and the Batman Who Laughs. That's like my top three recommendations for that character.
Yeah.
The artwork is phenomenal. The mystery behind I'm having a mental blank. One sec. What was it?
The Calendar Man? This is the whole calendar.
Not the Calendar Man. Holiday.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
The mystery behind Holiday and finding out who the serial killer is. It's sick. Like, it's so good. And I love the relationship between Jim and Batman. It's different. Like, the perspective has changed. Like, Harvey Dent is standout in this book. You can kind of look at it as essentially a Two-Face origin, in a sense.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool. I mean, the court scenes are great. I really like how each issue represents a day of the year. So, like, there's an issue about Valentine's Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Independence Day.
Yeah.
And it's good. Like, I mean, I can't recommend this book enough. It is a solid read. I see where Matt Reeves gets his inspiration from. The aesthetic of the book is more or less Matt Reeves. It's essentially the same vibe. It's essentially the same sort of, like, it's not like, Batman really isn't the main focus of the book either. It's kind of like it focuses on his rogues gallery each issue.
Yeah.
Which I love. And Selena Kyle is also really good. I'm not gonna lie. But nah, I mean, like I said before, we were just talking about Christopher Nolan, but on the front of the cover it says, and this is the man who obviously directed The Dark Knight. For people who don't know, in which case, why are you here? But The Long Halloween is more than a comic book. It is an epic tragedy, and that kind of sums up perfectly, to be honest.
Yeah.
It is more than just a graphic novel. Like, I don't want to be one of those guys that say it hasn't changed my life, but, like, it's like, it's definitely I really get the hype. I really do. I really understand why I got recommended it so much. Like, this book is like something else.
Yeah, I know. When we went out comic book shopping, when you brought it, I know Braden was like hyping it up so much. And I definitely want to read it now that you love it. But
absolutely,
I kind of want to lower my expectations a bit because I don't want to go into it thinking it's the best book ever. And then,
look, it's not the best book ever.
Yeah.
It's great. It is great. Like I said, for me, White Knight will always be peak. That, for me, is my favorite Batman story.
Yeah.
I love that run. And obviously the spin-off that come from that run as well were also great. But shit, man, like, you can't fault The Long Halloween. You literally can't. There's nothing bad about this book at all. It's a nearly 10. It's nearly a 10, bro. Like,
yeah, you hear that everywhere about that Long Halloween. It's like 9, 8, 10 out of 10.
I really wish I discovered it sooner. It's an incredible novel. It's like I was fully invested. Like, I wasn't bored. I wasn't like, it didn't drag on.
Yeah,
like, the pacing was good. The characterization was great. Like,
you should watch the Batman now. After watching
I literally am tempted to rewatch the Batman so I can see what he was trying to, like, incorporate from the book. Like, it's great. But I think after I've read that, I really do want to start either Kingdom Come or Robin's Being Robin, which I haven't started yet. I've owned the book for a while, but I might give it a start.
But yeah, I think Kingdom Come you love. I absolutely love Kingdom Come. Hopefully soon I'm gonna buy Kingdom Come suit, I reckon.
That would go. That's
good. Yeah, I love that book so much.
Absolutely,
bro. But what my pick of the week, well, my book I've been reading isn't really a graphic novel. I read it today. I went to the comic shop the other day and I picked up my monthly comics. My DC. I pick up Action Comics. I pick up Superman. I pick up. I'm reading X-Men, and then there's been a new series that started, I think, in March called I Am Iron Man.
Yeah, true.
And they started another series in January, the new Iron Man run called the Invincible Iron Man. But this I Am Iron Man run has been unbelievable, and especially issue 2 today, which I read, was Oh man, it was so different. It's something I've never seen before.
Just read the quote from like the first page that you were telling me about before. Like, so it's the modesty for an Iron Man comic that like stands out.
I know you wouldn't expect this shit in an Iron Man comic. But the story is Iron Man is fighting a meteorite, right? He's fighting this massive meteorite, and he gets hit, and he ends up landing in the ocean.
Yeah.
And one of the meteor hits a massive electric eel or something like that, and then Iron Man's like trying to find his way out of the ocean. This eel's talking to him, and then this whale comes along who's also been hit by the meteorite. And he kind of goes like, you know, you eel, you're irrelevant. I have powers now. But it's something I've like. It's like, I know it sounds really goofy about Iron Man talking to a whale and he's swimming around with an electric eel, but that's the thing. I mean, you never see that shit with Iron Man comics. And it always, and this what they're doing, what Marvel are doing with Iron Man at the moment has been so good. Because before, Iron Man was such a prick. Like, he was an actual asshole.
Nah, he was. Yeah.
Like, he was not a likable character, but
self-entitled, arrogant.
Yeah, literally. And what Marvel have done, they've brought it down to such a human level. It's crazy. Like, in the new Invincible Iron Man run, he brought every single weapon in the entire planet and then locked it away somewhere where nobody can find it. So he's rid the entire planet of weapons. And he literally rid everything. He sold his entire company. He sold everything he had. He's living in a garage because he goes, I need to restart. He goes, I didn't like the person I was before. I was an arrogant. I thought I ruled everything. I need to restart, and I need to find my values again. I need to find.
It's humanizing Tony Stark.
Yeah, which I absolutely love, because I mean, I love Iron Man already because he's a badass character. It's a guy in a fucking robotic suit. I mean, what can't you love about it? And then you add that element to it, it's just, I'll read that quote now.
There's a lot of things, before you do, there's a lot of things in the world of comic books that typically never see. Yeah. But one rare sight is a humble Tony Stark.
Yeah, literally.
That never happens. Like, that's crazy to me.
And what Marvel is doing, like we were saying in the first episode, how Marvel comics have sucked right now. Right? And Captain America and Punisher will always be my two favorite Marvel characters of all time.
Yeah.
My favorite Marvel character right now is Iron Man. Iron Man's literally like, and it's so strange. I would never think Iron Man would be my favorite character. But I absolutely love this guy. And I'm going to read the quote now.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Pretty great.
This episode, well, this issue, I should say, people that don't really know. This episode was written and illustrated for and is dedicated to everyone whose body betrays them, whose body has kept them away from their dream lifestyle, or whose body has caused them frequent hospital visits. Do not give up. Keep fighting for life, like Iron Man. Defy Mother Nature one day at a time.
That's it, bro.
I would never, like, I remember reading it, I was like, oh, it's a good issue. And then I read that quote, and then I read the issue again, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Who the fuck let Iron Man cook?
Yeah, but honestly, facts, dude. Like, I actually might have to suss this series out now. Jesus.
Yeah, I am Iron Man, and then Invincible Iron Man are the two Iron Man series going right now. And
Invincible Iron Man's pretty great. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's, like I said, it's strange. Iron Man's my favorite Marvel character right now.
Yeah, man.
And I think he's the best Marvel character going right now. True, I think, to be honest. And I don't know why Marvel have taken this approach to Iron Man. I think it's a great idea. And what we're saying in the first episode of the podcast, how we haven't really been big Marvel fans, we've been really into DC and Superman and Nightwing and all that thing. I think if Marvel keep this approach with Iron Man, that spark might start up again for Marvel. Because something that's what we've seen in Dawn of DC, the new DC stuff, is that you can see DC give a shit about the characters now. Like, you know, they really want to kind of go back to the roots of what made Superman, you know, and Nightwing, really pushing that character and making him become his own. And
bro, Nightwing is essentially becoming nearly, aside from Superman, the face of DC now.
Literally the face of DC. Titans is the new main team, and I think Marvel with Iron Man is doing that, and I absolutely, I'm here for it. I love it, and I hope Marvel can continue that with other characters.
That's honestly, like, hearing you talk about it is just really making me like want to they actually start this series. I mean,
it's really it's only 2
Yeah.
issues at the moment, but it's been great, I think.
yeah, no, fair enough, bro. All right. Well, I think I think we've covered a lot this episode.
There was a lot to cover as well.
I think it's not really a crazy thing to say. This is, I know I say this every episode, but this is my favorite one so far.
Yeah, literally, it's been great.
Like, especially when we talk about the Constantine stuff as well. Like that was really something. I think we discussed, like, there were a lot of good. Again, when we talk about like directors and stuff, and James Gunn and stuff, that was great. And obviously, I'm really keen for the Flash. That is an understatement, bro. I mean, the reviews alone, wow.
Yeah, I mean, the reviews for Guardians have come out as well.
Bro, yeah.
Very positive things about that.
Very positive things.
Excited for that next week.
Like I said, like, very rarely do we find Marvel and DC carrying the genre together.
I know. Literally.
What? When does that happen? That's great. Like,
and I really hope Marvel and DC see this and they go, we're doing something here.
Bro, you know that, like,
we've done something that we haven't done before.
You know that meme with, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Yeah,
that's
literally. That's that meme right there with Marvel and DC. Yeah.
Bro, surely, man. Like, they have.
And I think it's all thanks to James Gunn. I think it's thanks to James Gunn.
I think so, man.
Because Marvel, we know every Marvel expectations are super high right now.
Yeah.
But James Gunn has brought that DC expectation up to another level.
Facts,
and now, like you were saying, they're both high up there, and people were really excited for it. So James Gunn, man, you're the motherfucking GOAT, dude.
Bro, like, it's crazy how people were, like, perceiving him and, like, talking about him, like, a few months ago and shit. But, like, after what's come out, like, I've settled down and I'm like, no, I like this guy. I like what he's saying. I like what's coming out. I like what I'm hearing. And as much as it pained me at the time, but there's hope. There
literally is a lot of hope for his DCU, and I'm super excited. And I cannot wait till Superman Legacy, and I can't wait for the first project to come out, whatever it is, even if it's the Commando one.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get this new universe kickstarted, because for a long time, that's all we've wanted is a functioning DCU.
As much as I will say, as a closing remark, as much as the Flash movie will be about Barry Allen.
Yeah.
It is a Flash movie. The fuck me, it's a DC movie, bro.
Yeah,
like,
literally, it's DC No Way Home.
It's just a DC movie. Like, bro, that's what I love about it, man. There's so much to enjoy. Like we Kryptonians, you speedsters, you got two, three fucking Batman, bro. Like,
I know, literally. Yeah,
bro,
it's just gonna be so great.
Potentially, hopefully, a fucking Constantine. But that's what I'm holding out for most, man. Like, but. Yeah, man, I'm ecstatic, man. I'm like, you're just talking about it. Like, I think the Flash is gonna be like an experience that I don't want to forget ever.
I think it's gonna be that level of like No Way Home again.
It is essentially DC's No Way Home. Like, and I mean that as a compliment. I really do. It's definitely gonna be like top tier stuff. Like, I'm gonna cry.
I'm super pumped. But anyways, we want to thank you guys so much for listening to today's episode.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like Liam says every week, and I'm going to say it again tonight. This was my favorite episode.
This is my favorite episode so far, man.
Every episode has been an absolute banger for us.
Quality is just getting better and better and better, and I'm fucking here for it, bro. Like, I mean, like, I had a really shitty day, but this just tops it, bro.
Yeah,
like, this
literally.
Is like, aside from the gym, I got that gym pump, and I'm like, I'm
gym
quite
pump
mad.
Yeah.
But this episode alone, man, like, the dopamine, like, up here, bro.
Yeah,
crazy,
it's pretty high.
I'm really glad you guys could tune in. And
great.
Yeah.
Next week, I mean, I don't know, Liam, if you can. I mean, we'll figure something out. But next week's episode will be maybe our Guardians of the Galaxy.
Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy review. Yeah. Well, I think
we'll figure something out, Liam.
And I'm pretty keen.
Together next week. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. 100%. Yeah. There's no way we can't now. Like, yeah, definitely. All right. Well, I will do the pleasures of closing this episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our 2 weekly episode. Obviously, we went through a lot of fun stuff over this, and we will continue to deliver and hopefully the quality is going to skyrocket in a
Yeah.
few years or so. But again, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Obviously, our socials, I think we'll try and put in the description if you want to follow us.
And then we'll
TikTok,
put them. I'll
whatever.
put them at the end of the video as well. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and stay safe and stay positive.
And just a reminder that Goku next.
Goku next.